All in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never switch.
Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Baltimore Ravens. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
He's checking crap. Go to 54, go to 54. Line. Go 47. Go. 51, Mike 51. Watch the back.
Here's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw again on second down, Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On third down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
On third down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
We got this at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott on first down. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
First down, Prescott. This to Jarwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
I'm 27. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Prescott now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Blake Jarwin, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively, if they want to insist on going in that direction, make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now Prescott on 4th down. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check 43. Anyway.
Jackson from the shotgun. This one complete to Ingram. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Off.
And Jackson throwing once more. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. He had his eyes on 200 yards last week, earned him AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he was really, really good. Fun to watch back in tape with you.
It was fun to watch, wasn't it? And he's trying to have the same type of a game in this one. But what was fun watching was how he read the defense. No matter what they presented, he had an answer for it, and that's why he was open during that game.
Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Now Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long.
That's the way. Check it. Hey, kill. 27. Mike 27. You ain't got nothing.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. These two teams all tied after one.
Keep playing hard.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, 47. Check Mike 27. Check his ball. There we go. 26.
Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go, get out there. Here we go, 46. Right here, 26.
And again, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Running with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The 26-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. DeMarcus Lawrence. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you put in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Jackson. It's complete to Snead.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together, the front and back.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
We go 47.
Now Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Kill. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Prescott on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
47.
To the air again, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson throwing again. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Check, 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 check. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Let's go.
Throwing on second down. Jackson. That's caught. It's Chris Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
57. Mike 57. Ready? 57.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. 57's Mike.
Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
In your face. Check 9, check 9. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go, go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dontari Poe. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, yielding no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
57, Mike, 57.
Prescott looks to throw on first. This to Jarwin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Prescott to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. Snead's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Check, 50, let go. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 55's my guy, 55.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
47. Oh, here we go. Oh. We're going to 54. Right here. Check 24. Good. Reset. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mike 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 47. 57's the Mike. I'm coming. Here we go, going to 53.
Now Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the screen.
On second down, Prescott again. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Prescott. Complete to Blake Jarwin. A gain of 14. And a Cowboy first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now in Baltimore. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Throwing, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hey, check Mike.
Now Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
On 3rd down, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is the punter Cook, who sends it away. Spins by. This will be fielded at the 17. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here go 46. 57's the Mike. Right, 57. 57. Mike, 57. Quit talking about it and bring it. Under. 57 to Mike.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go. Mike 51. Here we go. Double tight. Alert. 3 down. Here we go. Going to 53. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Right in. Switch. Hey. Here we go. Kill. Ball try. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Go. Get out there. 57. Come on. Watch the slant.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Going for the deep ball. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Come on. 57 to Mike. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. 57 to Mike. 57.
To throw is Jackson. Gonna throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They go play action with Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays and offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Exit. 48 to Mike.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
A very important extra point there, up and good. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Matt Judon make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
47. Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Here we go. 57's the mic. 46.
Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing now is Jackson. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A 1st down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Come on, fellas.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Go. Orbit. Mike, 55.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, come on, now. Come on, now.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
Let's go. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big 1st down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that 1st down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there, 22. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
From the red zone now, Prescott. This to Jarwin. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few 1st downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
They run, it's Mark Ingram. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
I got him.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. It's complete to Snead. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Get ready. Get ready. Here we go. And let's get this. Switch.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
It's going to be a long day.
Now Jackson operating from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for Baltimore. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. And that is no good. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
51 to Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? Ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. Yeah. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't